So it's Monday and start of a new week, and I feel like shit because I'm not getting enough sleep. The hot weather has destroyed my sleeping pattern. So I'm not getting enough sleep in the right times or whatever. I'm also trying to get over the last 10% of this cold. So that's annoying. Why is it you can get over like the majority of a cold in 3 days, but the last 10% takes a while to get rid of? Slightly cooled down now today. I think we're on yellow warning rather than amber warning. So that's something. Oof, God, I feel like shit. My eyes are red. Look at this. My eyes are very red. Don't know why. I think it's a sleep thing. No, not getting enough sleep. I do feel not quite right, but oh well. It's only vision. Don't need to see in life, do you? Warning, I scratched a small spot on my face and it bled, so if you don't like small amounts of blood, look away now. So it's Tuesday. I'm here walking the dogs, and today's the day that Mum has to leave for London. She's going to London with Sophie to the studio tour. So I better hurry up and walk these dogs so I can go back and say goodbye. But I've just been thinking about a particular TV show that we watched the other day. I don't talk about TV shows too often in this vlog. I talked about Very English Scandal, which was great. Go watch it. But the TV show I'm talking about at the moment is called Marriage. Don't watch it. It's terrible. It's a thing on BBC. I think it's BBC One. You'll find it on BBC iPlayer. Don't. It's got there's a fly on my finger. It's got a good cast. It's got Sean Bean and another woman that I can't remember. But if you've seen her in other things, she's a very good actress. What the show tries to do is a very interesting concept. The concept is very interesting, but they just do it very badly. It tries to show the awkwardness and the pain and the toxic stuff that happens in real life. You know, real people, real stories. That's the kind of show it sort of is. It tries to show the 1 minute. Sorry about that. I was interrupted. I just walked past the garden and there was someone in there, so I didn't want to walk past them loudly ranting about a TV show to a camera. So anyway, where was I? The show tries to show that how people don't communicate in marriages and families and stuff, and how very awkward real life is, and how much stuff doesn't get said and stuff. Like, literally when we were watching it, we were shouting at the bloody TV saying, just talk to each other, you fucking morons. But they don't. That's what it tries to show, but it does it in such a bad way. It does it in such a boring way. It tries to show the boringness of real life, but it doesn't do it in an interesting way, if that makes sense. Like, there's a scene, for example, where they go to a graveyard and they go to a small grave and they put a card on it or something, and they sit on a bench next to it and cry. So you don't get told the concept, so I'm assuming you'd have to assume that they have a dead kid or something. But in order to show that scene, they show them parking up outside the graveyard, walking through the graveyard for about 2 minutes, and then walking to the grave, crying, and then walking out again. Like a good show would just show them going to the graveyard for like a second and then sitting at the grave crying and then going back out again. It's so weird that it has such a good cast to do such a bad show. It's also like filmed in a very realistic sort of way. It's like it has like there's a shot in a airport terminal where they're on the thing to get into the plane. You know, they're lining up to get into the plane, where the main characters are like at the back of the queue, just chatting away with their problems. You know, the big name actors. Sorry, my nose is very sweaty. The big name actors that are like out of shot. They're obscured by all the other people in the plane, which is interesting, but not good. Which is the entire summary of the show. Like, it's trying to show that, you know, there's a bunch of people and these are just two people with their problems. It's a bad show. It's very boring. If you ever want to know how long an hour is, just watch that show. You'll feel every second of it. Yeah. Don't watch it. That's my summary.
Bye.
She gone. God. The world really didn't want me to get back in time to say goodbye to her. With the diversions, cars in the way. Race against the clock a little bit. So it's Wednesday, day one without a mom. Still alive, so that's good. Currently playing my Xbox on the big screen because obviously Dad's not in the house. He's out at the moment, but even if he was in, he'd be down in the garden and the dogs would be getting lonely and mischievous. So I have to be here. As you know, for the past week, my sleep has been terrible. It's been utterly garbage. But last night, I nailed it. I had the perfect amount of sleep. I just put my head down on the pillow, went out, woke up an early hour, and I feel very rested, all good. 10 out of 10. Finally got enough sleep. It was so good. I'm assuming it's because I walked that day. You know, I went out and walked Maisie and Coco. I should walk more often, but the problem is, Maisie is a bit too old. She's very slow at the moment, and doesn't want to walk too much. Trixie's a nightmare. She doesn't come back. Lulu's a psycho, and Rosie can't walk, so I might just have to walk for the fun of it. Walking isn't fun. It's a thing you have to do. Yeah, I might just walk on my own for a bit, for some reason. You know, just listen to a podcast or something to help me sleep at night. Yeah. So, I'm here, walking the dogs. Got Trixie here, Maisie's up there. Going down the line. It's not a walk I normally do, but it's actually quite good. It's straight. It's very, you know, you just walk. There's no view because I don't like views. People get very pretentious about views. It's just trees next to you. There's a lot of benches, so I can take a break every now and then. One minute, there's dog poo bins. Although I am about to be interrupted by a couple of bikers, so anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, it's a good walk. Ow! Bloody Trixie pulling me. Come on, don't pull. It's a bit too long. I don't want to spend. Sorry, I get sweaty. I don't want to spend my entire life walking. Also, it's very isolated, so I feel like I'm about to get mugged. If they do, an ambulance isn't going to find me. I have to hope Dad gets to me first before I bleed out. So I might cut this walk in half. to make it manageable. It's Friday. I'm here walking the dogs. There they are. And Mum and Soph come back today. I can't speak today. Yeah, they're on the way back. Gonna get in about 2. Apparently they've recorded a lot of footage for the Harry Potter thing, which I get the job of editing. So that's fun. I'll probably just put it together, put the clips next to each other, see what I can do. That'll probably go on to either Sophie's or Mum's Facebook, and I'll share it because I edited it. Yeah. I think that's it. Just gotta go and visit now. Oh, when if I start recording I start dripping with sweat? Yeah. Yeah, I'll go visit now now. Jesus fucking Christ. So I'm back. I did go to Nan's, but the door was locked, so I think she's asleep. Currently doing some checks on the car. It's very fascinating. Walking around the car checking if all the lights are working. Dad's just insisted. Here he comes.
Oh, Barry's been in Narva-based car.
I know it's very important, but unfortunately I have no interest in checking if all the lights are really working.
Oh. What about when Plod says, excuse me, do you know your back light's out?
I'll say, okay, thank you.
Hey, and he'll say, well, I'm prosecuting you because it's a legal requirement.
I've watched that bit on Pot Forage and I've took that lesson to heart.
No. Why don't you do some of the veggies you might say?
No, at the bottom.
No. You.
Nice.
Just go and put your foot on the brake, please.
Let's just skip the rest of the boring car checks, shall we?
Hello. Hello, baby. Mummy's back now. Yeah. Mummy needs a wee-wee, though. I need a wee-wee first. Come on. I'm back now. Very tired and very hot, but I'm back.
So, it's Sunday and I'm just on my way out. Wasn't planning on going out today, but Sophie needs a taxi service or something. So, that's what I'm doing. Spent half an hour editing someone else's vlog, actually. Mum recorded a bunch of stuff for the Harry Potter tour, so I'm going to edit that together. It's coming along pretty well. Then I've got to edit my own vlog. So much editing to do these days. So yeah, anyway. So it is Monday. As people who saw my Facebook post will know, I didn't edit this until today. I normally edit these vlogs on Sunday night, but I decided to go to sleep instead, like a normal person. It's very unlike me. So yeah, and then I had a bunch of stuff to do today, so I couldn't just do it in the day. So let's do it now in the afternoon. So yeah, that was a good week. I came back from taxiing Sophie. Can't remember what I did throughout the rest of the day, so forget I mentioned it. Anyway, yeah, it was a good week. It went by pretty quickly in the vlog. I don't think I got the feel quite right, but basically spent 4 days with Dad alone, basically. Yeah, so that was fun. we basically just watched movies. You know, he went out in the day. I stayed in with the dogs, and then we come back, we eat our meal, then watch a movie. Which doesn't sound like much, but it's what I like. I really enjoyed it. You know, watching shit movies with Dad. It was quite all right. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching.